Andre done sent me some juicy shit. I saw that live stream from well actually a pretty one from Big J. He apparently he watches my shit and the fallout between him and Sheila E. And I think DeAndre showed me that Discord about a little stream, and I'm just laughing my ass off, man. I don't know what she got into. That beef stuff is gonna destroy that channel. And now she want to cop a plea. And I think he sent me a message on Discord. He said, she said something. We're gonna talk about that Thursday. I can't talk about it tonight because I gotta talk about liberalism tonight. Because tonight's stream we're gonna talk about um, the history of the ideology. It's a two-part series for Wednesday, and the next Wednesday I'm gonna break it down, view what I said, whatever, and then I'm gonna do some more research and ask a question. Does it really matter at this point with the ideology? It's kind of like the conservatism stream, like we did part one, part two. Give some take on it, or is it just a dog whistle? Because I know SKC referenced me in his live stream yesterday with that racist fucker Ragnarok, his bitch ass. But fuck him. But I'm just saying, we'll deal with that tonight. But tomorrow night, we'll talk about this little situation right here. And like I said, that person that destroyed channel, shouts out to Nadia. I saw it coming. Everybody's falling back. It's fucked up. She said, I hope finally sees what her day ones have been trying to tell her about that Seabiscuit face streak. All these Johnny come latelys notice when she has peaceful panels and they're not around. Exactly. Now she ain't shit now. And then she did a stream blaming us not. Oh, she said something to the other. She said, oh, you did not protect us. There we go. The black one said, you didn't protect us again. Type nonsense, right? She tried to use that. Talking about us and DeAndre. He was talking about us and DeAndre in that weak ass stream that she did. And DeAndre saw it and screenshot it. I shook my head on that. I said, "Oh my God, there she go with that bullshit." I can't look at her stream. I cut her off weeks or months ago when that incident with Third Ward, man. I think it was 2 months ago. Then I had to cut Sheila off because too much nigga shit. Try to save her, but that thing that she had on the right side, nah, nah. I can't fall for that because then I'll be blamed for some shit. He said, "You're the one with me," and all this all shit. And then Big J, he did a stream on her. He had nothing against her either, but shouts out to him. He mentioned me in the stream too. And that was just telling in so many words. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I saw that, but I just say it's excitement in the air. I can't wait for the stream tonight to talk about liberalism. I will talk about the ideology, the history, and I'm just gonna be like, say, yeah, exactly. What's going on, Rashawn? Yeah. She's mad. She's mad at me. Technically, she's mad at me. She said, that's that. She said, we block who we gonna block. I already know she blocked me because of that night when Kat had that birthday. I know she's mad. She's mad at me. What's going on, degenerate? Salute. But she's pissed off at me and DeAndre. I know she is. I know she is. What's going on, DS1? Salute. She's so pissed off, it's not even funny, but that's happened. You know how certain niggas get pissed off. Like, it goes for the men too. But it's just like I said, man. And shout out to Tassie again with that last string he did. Talk about Jerome, man. I was like, and Kuda, I saw Kuda's stream early this morning, Eastern time, right? He did a stream on his original channel, and he mentioned Jerome. I said, oh shit, Kuda, King Kuda, he back. But he said, give him time next time. He'll come back. He'll come back around, and it ain't over for him. He just got to work on a few things and just tone it down. He'll come back to his main channel, but just give him time. You know, he'll do the same thing like he normally does. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, degenerate. That thing is annoying. It's annoying as hell. But I was like, I could have went on the panel with Piquet, but I said, no, I don't want to disturb the build. You know, he was doing. Next time I will. You know, if he has a stream, I might. Because if I'm not scheduled, I might come Friday. If he's ever doing anything, I'll pop up on the corner. But, you know, New had a stream last night. Shout out to Shaka Nulu. He said he was in Utah doing shit. Salute the man. I mean, y'all support that. He does his thing. But tonight, yes, I gotta talk a little bit of politics that's been on my mind. I'm gonna do this for the respect for my little rivals and be fair, but yeah, but they're gonna be surprised. They see DeAndre and you know who. Yeah, y'all know what time it is tonight. That's tonight. I thought about doing it today. I said, nah, I'm gonna do it tonight. Because I feel like it's a two-part series and I'm gonna cut it. And then we're gonna talk about something else on my Wednesday series. But we will talk about this little situation we saw Thursday tomorrow. We ain't gonna go in depth on it. We're just gonna say that's what happens when you trust them things over there or bad things in life, like we expounded on. Like you're it's your fault. If you're a man over there, it's your fault. You're accountable for your actions over there. So I kind of sided with a female channel. I had to learn a lesson again. We all take the blame for it. I stand on, try to help the person, but ended up got burnt because it was another person likes to instigate stuff. So be careful who you have around beside you, man. And shouts out to the female lady, what's her name, Nadia, was saying that she's been doing it the whole time because I know she did it over at Kuda's panels, and I'm just like, it's crazy. Salute Joe W. But I get it, I get it. That's your thing. That's your thing. But I'm just gonna be fair and I'm say I'm out of it. As a man, I'm gonna step aside. I did the right thing. I know she's upset. I know they all upset. You ain't supposed to protect. We hear this all the time. We hear this all the time, and we ain't in that. No. On this channel, we stand firm. I got less, and I saw my analytics of how many females that watch me. It's only 15%, and it's only 84% male. So it is a male channel. I know it's not a female channel. I know they're disappointed, but it is what it is. But you got a lot of dudes act like females is wearing that damn cape. But shouts out to Tri City and Cuda again. They going in on Jerome, man. But hey, it's his people now. It's his people now. He can't judge the same sexuals, the gays. He can't same sex with the alphabet. But he can't judge it. He said a lot of stuff. And you know what's so funny? I saw Melody's 101 stream, a little clip of that. I saw it brief on Kuda's stream. I gotta watch that again. What he said to Oblivion, aka Obsidian. Man, he, yeah, him, yeah, no light side, yeah. He went at Oblivion. I kind of salute him a little bit, but I'm like, I wish you was dead, Obsidian. And I was like, whoa. But see, that's black. That's black man again. We all, it's all programmed, right? Because you gotta blame him. You gotta blame the other guy saying that. But it's all done by design. You know what I'm saying? That's the internet. That's that Operation Earnest Voice again. Yeah, he said that. And I feel sorry for Melody's stream that one-on-one that y'all have with the Obsidian, right? But that's what Melody gets when you hang around the dudes that got problems. We see it. We see it. We see it. We see it every day. I see it in the real world out here. And people do shit like that. It hurts. But as men, it's like I said, I'm going to speak on it probably Thursday. I'm going to take some notes and probably write some of it down Thursday. Because what I saw on my Discord, I ain't gonna say I told you so. You've been warned, and we're just gonna fall back completely. We ain't gonna roast. We're just gonna let it happen. You know what I mean? We're gentlemen over here, evil gentlemen at that. But the ones like the fuckery, hey, you go on the wayside. But like I said, man, I didn't like what he said, and like I said, if Jerome was like y'all say in the chat, him stand on his disrespect, he better stand on his disrespect. You know what his people is? His peoples. I'm saying sexual, the alphabet. Those are his peoples now. I see it in the so-called penthouse. I see it everywhere. They're your peoples now. Can't judge nobody. Because in this state where I live at, you're surrounded. They got Midtown and Buckhead on lock. So, I'm outside of the city because I used to live in the city for decades, and I know. And he's got to stand on it. As a man, you got to stand on what you believe in. And he showed me what I saw in that clip. I got to see that clip again. I know it's fucked up, but that's part of the game. So now. Oblivion did that. and he didn't like his ass either. So you already know it's war. So we already know people's gonna do it online. But it's sad. But that's what we do. Not focus on the right things, like DS1 said. Yeah, it's a sad day, but it's not really a sad day. It's just really I'm enjoying the excitement because now you get to see who's who, and now we got to work on ourselves and move forward. It's just sad, man. It's nigga shit, but it's real, man. Like I said, man, it's real sad, but you can't get mad at it. But at the same time, you understand people because I've been doing this thing for like content for years, and I study how people think. See, pre-records was safe. Once you get live streaming, man, now you get to see people up close and personal. It's kind of like real life, but you got to fall back sometimes, man. You got to fall back somewhere. He said, you and Sheila didn't work that mess out. Joe W, it's nothing to work out. That individual that was on our panel, we saw it. It's hard to work. I thought we did, but I talked to her behind the scenes, but she still got me blocked on her channel. I'm not sweating that shit anymore. If she, yeah, she's talking about that thing. Yeah, we ain't gonna mention her. I don't care for old man neither, but I'm not about to wish death on that nigga. That's going too far. It ain't that serious. Yeah, exactly. I don't do that either. I don't even like the guy either, because he's a little punk, a little clown that he is, but I'm not gonna wish death on nobody unless I'm really about that. Let me tell you something. If I did, I had to say it in person and then I would have offed him, whatever. You know, if I was really that greasy, if I was really that venom and grew up around monsters, I grew up as a child, I would have been that greasy to do that. It takes a lot of confidence to do that. You can't just say shit online that's gonna get back to you. So, like I said, if I was that dude, uh, it's not just backing up. It's just like I said yesterday about camming up. The same thing. You got to stand on your disrespect. Be a man. Take the ass whoop sometimes. I see people get their ass whooped, touched. You know, I fought some people growing up, so that's life. You got to deal with it. Even men. I did it in my 20s. I broke a man's jaw once. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I did on the bus stop. It's back in '08. I was like 20 at the time. But see, I was on medication at the time. I was violent then. See, I know. I know what life is. I know how hard it is. And it ain't fun. I used to live in the city at the time. This is in Atlanta. This was like somewhere out Bolton Road. That was my stomping ground. That was the hood. Niggas challenge me every day. And that's nothing. You know, the stuff they talk about, that's light. Come down here saying that shit, you get your ass killed out here, man. You get killed anywhere. This is America, man. You can die anywhere. They always say New York's Babylon. Yeah, it's the city of Babylon. It's the empire. But hey, outside of it, you can die too. You can die anywhere. You can't run your mouth nowadays because the internet's a weapon. It's a machine. It's gonna find you. That's why you gotta be careful with police and things like that. People come at you sideways, man. You gotta calm yourself down. But sometimes people asking for it. Sometimes cops don't even care. They say, "Fuck it, just go ahead and kill him. He's just a waste of space." See, they going for that plan, man. No cap with all Akron chicks. I think the slug actually looking out for. They're trying, but they don't give a fuck about him. They're gonna throw him in the fire, just like Ty City said. They're your people now. You can't judge them. You can't go against the alphabet. You can't go against your people. So you got to scrub some of his content. Get that bag. Do what you got to do. But I ain't gonna tell him to get that bag until well he's been warned. I'm just falling back. I can't support somebody like that. And I ain't say I support the guy. But what I saw with Melodies is disgusting. But just yeah, we don't need him. We don't need him because that's the type of dude we don't need. We don't need that around, especially in these spaces. Because as men, that's an example of what's going on. Yeah, you can see it in spaces, but you also see in other black spaces they do the same thing. You can't talk about Sin G all day and worship as a god. Now, I agree with Surreal on that. They worship that thing as a god. I'm like, oh shit. Because if you make content on her, she's making bank. She's making bank. Exactly. I agree with Sean. I ain't gonna read what you said, but yeah. Bill is fair. Go ahead. Yeah, but it's obvious. Everybody's for the bag, man. What DeAndre showed me, man. Woo! Oh man. But we're gonna be fine over here. We're gonna be fine. I'm gonna talk a little bit about it Thursday. I'm not gonna spoil it because I'm gonna talk about what not to do. I had to learn that lesson last year. I have to come forward to be honest. I gotta be honest on here because you gotta be real on here because I'm not saying this to be saying. I've seen this a lot. The internet's a weapon, man. Live streams can be tricky. You just gotta stay calm and don't react. That's how they get you. That's how people get the best of it. Then they say, "Oh, there you are." But in a real person, it's the same way. You just gotta move different. Well, online, it's no escape. Everybody's on their phones in real life too. You gotta watch people. So it's kind of like everybody's on you. So it's like, yeah, you can have untelevised revolution, but if the revolution is televised, you can't say shit. I agree with that. I agree with us really saying that. Yeah, you want to televise. Because what I saw back in 2011 in other cultures, violence like that, I ain't playing with you. I mean, we could have that here. Take the niggas out of this country and go against the government. That's a whole nother ballgame. But boy, y'all just showed me about Pence running for president in 2024. I believe that. I've been saying that for like last year. If Trump don't win, and I'm not surprised. He had a speech, something last night, and it's not good. But I mean, he's better than Biden for one. I know he ain't shit either, but he'll go against that crime bill shit. But neither side is perfect anyway. I just can't. He said, "Yep, she's a part of the YouTube demerge." Yep. A lot of people been acting funny with me on here as if lately I'm not tripping though. Thought it is what it is, but I'm not to beg someone to be cool or down with me. I ain't no damn no exactly. You can end up toes up out here in the countryside, Alabama, just as fast as Atlanta. A bullet has no name. Of course, it has no name, Joe. That's anywhere. Like I said before, Alabama. I would say like Mobile, where you from, whatever. Yeah, they anywhere. I can tell you a quick story. Where I come from, you end up missing. I would say if you ever go to Red Bowling Springs in Macon County, I told you this story before. They used to eat niggas, man, back in slavery, runaways. Them racist redneck clans used to eat them and gut them, man. They don't play that bullshit. I'm talking about a sundown town. When used to have places like Greenbrier and Red Bowling Springs, they stopped that shit in Greenbrier, but they didn't stop that in Red Bowling Springs. It's there. It's in the central part of the middle region of Middle Tennessee, man. They all on deck. They're on deck out there. They got the gunplay and the handplay. They're not playing with you. Good morning, Nadia. They will murder your ass with a quickness, especially niggas too. If you're not from around here, they don't like outsiders. They're so damn territorial. It's not even funny. I got stories of people that's from up north got killed for no reason in the Midwest. That's how brutal it is. Tennessee is very territorial. They got problems. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, Tennessee is very territorial. Very territorial. That middle region is rough. Yeah, Georgia is too a little bit, but Tennessee's way territorial. I can tell you from experience. It's not fun. The nicest people I'd say is out of Memphis and East Tennessee. You're all right because it's changed over time. I mean, you still have the history of racism, but the middle part is more racist than East and West. When you go to Nashville and things like that, cops are very assholish. They'll whoop your ass with a quickness without the camera. Georgia do the same shit too, but they do it to each other. Black cops are worse than white cops here. I've noticed, and they whoop niggas' ass every day. Yeah, Chattanooga's like that in some degree. But I say it like this: they learned that from other parts of the middle. Tell you, man, it's nothing to play with. Yeah, but Joe W, I agree. Yeah, it's anywhere. Yeah, people's programmed to think like that. So you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing to play with. Niggas get killed anywhere. Like DS1 said over at the God's Corner. Yeah, people been outside. I grew up outside once upon a time as a child. Even though I was born in a municipal city, went back to the hood when I was like 1 years old, had pictures. And it was outside out times when I was 1 years old, I was outside, niggas was fighting. Saw that at 3 years old in the South. I was life back there. I'm talking about early 90s shit. Hood. Projects on the cross the block, somewhere off another street. And there's another hood called Knox Landing. bullets start ringing like bombs out there. What's going on past $40? Just AKs and shit. As a child, couldn't go there. A lot of bodies out there, man. It reminds you of Bankhead a little bit, but it's a violent place. It's called Knox Land. It's in north side of what'd you say, Gallatin, Tennessee. That's a small city outside of Nashville. It's in Sumner County. Sumner, not Summer, but Sumner with an N in it. It's like you spelling summer and you had the N ER. And yeah, that's a violent hood. They don't tell you that on the news, but niggas die every day in small towns. They just don't tell about it. They put you in the paper. And if you want to get technical, the 80s was like that. Crack. My father would tell you them stories. Them niggas die every day, man. Niggas die that we knew, man. But when I was coming up, I saw that shit. People fought every day. I fought when I was 3 years old, man. Came out swinging. I got a bunch of few hood stories, and I had friends that grew up in the hood that got their head caved in, died, fist, guns and chest bombs and all that. Niggas wasn't playing, and then the military made them worse. Bring the guns over here. Yeah, it's like that, DS1, man. Like, the South is violent. Don't let them lie to you on TV. Niggas get their heads cut off out here, man. They do barbaric shit. It's emotional. That military messes their ass up big time, even though they're not built for it, but the violence come with it. I told this on the stream to Cerulean the General, that Mexican, it was a Norteño, he brought that spirit, the military with him. It's sad, man. But Tennessee is a rough state, period. All of it's rough, but the middle's the roughest. I'm just saying, because I grew up there, because I know. I can tell you, niggas get their heads blown away all times in Nashville all day in the projects. Even the small towns, too. Niggas is territorial. They're emotional. They learned that from the white man. They learned that from the Klan. I was beaten into their heads when they was children. So Tennessee is a violent state, historically. That's why Andrew Jackson was a nut, man. That's why a lot of people don't like living there, because you got to deal with a lot of shit. I'm glad I got out in 07. Learned the different cultures in Atlanta. It taught me something. She's calling names out there when it's progressing. She's about to turn. Yeah, exactly, Nadia. Read these comments out here. Well, degenerate, the South can be safe. It depends on what part. You just gotta be careful. You just don't want to be a dude get your head blown away. It's like up north. It's a lot of transplants here, but you got a lot of Southern people that act crazy too. Don't underestimate the people that live there. They're nuts. It's how you was raised too. There's some crazy people in the world, man. That's why they're seeing these news. If you actually read the real newspaper and the city newspaper, a lot of places can be violent. You just gotta have control. It's not fun. Memphis is still one of the murder capitals of the country, along with Gary. Well, the reason it's one of the murder capitals because of gangs. You take the gangs out, it ain't as violent as you think. I lost respect when Memphis got finessed by the white cops. The white cops still run that shit. I give it, yeah, it's one of the murder capitals history, but it ain't now. It's actually going to be the safest in the future, because they laughing at Memphis right now. They laughing at Knoxville. The dangerous city in Tennessee is Nashville. It's the hoods. It's these fucking Salvadorians and these Mexicans being violent, and niggas too, together. They don't like the police. They fight each other with clans all day long. I didn't think Murfreesboro was violent. I'll tell you this quick story about a salesman named Raul. He's from LA. He lived in Murfreesboro for 7 months, and I thought it was non-racist. And come to find out, they messing with him. Getting under his skin. Like, we roast people, like burn a nigga up. They did him the same way. They messing with him psychologically. Got the best of him. He had to get out of there. And then he told me when I was working in Atlanta at the time, he said, man, I can't do it. I said, why? I couldn't live up there for 7 months. Fucked with him. Mentally. And I should have told him about the history of Tennessee, how racist it is, especially the middle part. Override the nigga shit. I'm just telling you. Because they lie about the numbers of Memphis murders. Their murders has come from gangs and shit and crime and other shit. But if you take it away, all murders, Nashville's the roughest. They do a lot of foul shit. And the church people co-sign that shit too. That's why a lot of people don't like church people. They get shot up too. They be having sex with each other's wives, and they come up with guns in the church, start shooting or putting holes in pastors. Man, that's why a lot of people don't want to be pastors up there. I try to tell you, man, certain states don't play that shit, man. I feel safer back home in New York than I do here in the small. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Joe. I'll tell you a story. Since you're a New Yorker, don't let them lie to you about all parts of America. You just gotta watch your back. You just gotta be careful. Can't be loud mouthed because the South is kind of they stuck back in the day. You know what I mean? Back in the day, 18th century, 19th century thinking. Because you got niggas that think like that. They program them like that in schools. They beat that in their heads. And it's sad. It's scary. But I learned this operation, man. Yeah, the North is pretty wild, Rashawn. I agree with you. Yeah, it's rough everywhere. North is wild too. North is wild too. But it's always stems from a history because America has that history. The South has the most brutal history than the North because both of them coincide with each other. When I started actually studying the actual revolution, the South had that spirit. It was a disease, man. You study Haiti, you already know it's there. It's just the North got the brunt of the rest. So how this country was founded, this was everywhere, man. On this side of the East Coast, you want to get technical. That's not good. I mean, I wish I had a whole map time periods that we died on. It's a lot of shit you can learn in this country, man. Especially in states that you don't know that had a history of and changed other cultures. That's why a lot of people don't want to come here. Yeah, Andrew Jackson is fucked up. He was fucked up, of course. That's what some of these East Coast niggas be talking down shit about the South. I be like, come on down the South and have the same. And they won't. Third, they won't because the reason why they'll end up missing. Feel sorry for them. It's the same way up there. We can't talk down to anybody up north. You can end up missing. It's the whole America is a damn concrete jungle. You be gone, man. I don't underestimate people. You got to stand on like oh boy, man. Don't got to clean up your content. They're your peoples now. Like I said. Then when it comes to some of these, okay, I just read that. Okay, real talk. Then Carolinas, Florida, Texas, all right. Yeah, they all. But that's because y'all have different cultures. Other southern states ain't the same as y'all. Y'all deal with the gunplay. I give y'all that. But if you know about Tennessee's history, we're more violent than all of y'all put together. Because a lot of them in your states too. See, I'll tell you a secret about the South. You got a lot of transplants. What Pastor $40 mentioned in my state where I'm from, and if I see a Tennessee license plate, you already know the state's going fucked up anyway. Because you got family. Because South is basically kinfolk. If you get technical, and some of it is Chicago too. I got cousins in Chicago. I got some in New York and Queens. My dad told me uncle he used to have in Jamaica, Queens. Didn't know that. That's a that's a rough place, but can't help where your people come from. You know what I'm saying? If you have a family reunion, you know where they at. I got some in Philly that I knew personally back in '06. That was a long time ago. Yeah, they do. They have drugs. They have everything. Nashville's has got a lot of problems. If you go to the north side now, where Young Buck's from is violent. He grew up in a violent hood. He's a nut. Yeah, like Dodge City. I agree, Joe W. Yeah, Nashville's crazy. And they keep calling it Cashville because of the hustle and the drugs, man. Drugs is what sell that, but it influences violence too. Yeah, corporate slavery. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, them Salvadorians ain't no joke. They in Nashville too. They here also. Oh, is he talking about Drone Key? Oh Lord, he's out of there. He's out of there. Oblivion's gonna have a field day. They're gonna roast him over at Bernie Povich. Watch. That's gonna be a whole topic next week. That's gonna be over at Bernard Riley's. What's going on, Kylie Jane? Nah, yeah, Thurwood is gonna blow up his channel, but he's gonna get on the chopping block. I saw this coming. I saw Arthur New Style shared his little stream. with those women. Said F the black boys. That's not good. But you got dudes that co-sign that. I'm not saying the females, they gonna say what they're gonna say, but dudes that co-sign what he's saying, even though they're on the other side of the rainbow tank or the alphabet group, you're gonna pay for that eventually. It could be by them or whoever. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the spirit's gonna get them. I told you. Keep on. Yeah. I'm staying out of it. I'm in the corner on the Emerald Hill right now. So it's Cashville out in Brentwood or Franklin, Tennessee. Well, I'll say Brentwood. Brentwood's in Nashville. That's West Tennessee. That's West Nashville. Yeah, man. Yeah. MS-13 pretty much run DC and yeah, and they actually pretty much Nashville. Yeah, he does. He does. He does. He does. He does. Cause I think they're gonna make a straight. Cause I know Obsidian. He don't know when to shut up. He gonna give it to Bernie. He's a Jerome Whiteside. Watch. They're gonna take his wrenches. Watch. All right, see it now. I see MOT gonna take his wrench. Watch. These niggas don't get along with each other. It's just like Kuda said. Like it only takes one time. They're gonna get tired of him. I warned him months ago. All right, nigga, you up out of there. You can't be doing shit because people gonna get tired after a while. Cause see, me, I'm doing my content to be straight. That's why I got DeAndre and a few boys, Jay Sean and others, and Sheep and you guys here. But he got to calm down with that madness. But it's just like I said, he ain't by himself. It's a lot of dudes like that. He's not the first dude that ever did that. There's plenty of times dudes do that in the space, and you got some gays. I hate to say, excuse me, alphabet people like this one bisexual. What's his name? J Love Source said the historical 1.0 challenged SWP over feminism. That's history. That's a small history lesson y'all need to learn. And the problem, I think, what did SWP and Black Pride used to say? They tried to tell him get some damn therapy. He didn't want to hear that. He was chasing the D, but he had 4 bitches. He said that he's out of Philly. His rival, SWP, he's on YouTube to this day. I don't know about J1147 because he had a crew. I think Cerulean said off air over DeAndre's. He said, yeah, it was certain dudes that was cool in the conscious community with that guy. He broke off of those guys. You never hear J1147 ever again, right? Because I didn't know at the time I was Scott, I didn't know what he was. But he dropped some gems about black spaces. And it's always been a problem. I think straight black men want to get them out of these spaces for years. They've been struggling with this shit since '08. You know what I'm saying? Prior to the 1.0 was created. Shouts out to Mike V. See, he got away out of 1.0. We kind of banished him a little bit and pushed him to 2.0 because once we had the websites, I wasn't part of the website. I remember the website, genx.net. Same thing. Niggas didn't want to do nothing. 2.0 had the same problem and was shaking our heads. And I think DeAndre showed me some sensitive information about that. And I said, I'm going to fall back. I'm going to let the chips fall next month. This month, we're seeing a little glimpse of it. So I'm just going to sit back there, wait, man. It's all good now. I ain't part of that. BGS, you want to co-sign that, master teacher yourself? Hey, we're going to see what y'all made of. They coming for y'all. They ain't coming for me. I already know who's mine. Yeah, Bama has a lot of talent, but it's underrated. Okay. Dirty South boy better hit the floor. Oh, y'all talking about the South. Okay. I left y'all some. Yeah, he's still around, but he's not making content like he used to. That's a rival to SWP. I'm gonna let y'all know. That's a sidebar to that. His doctrine and talking points is in these spaces as well. I'm just letting y'all know right now. And it's not good. Certain individuals adopt that. I'm shaking my head. And nobody's checked that. That's why I got a lot of these bussy popping. I'm gonna say pause on that. I see that in 2.0. I saw that last year. They on their own. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that when I first came back in these spaces. And I feel sorry for them. Like, and then they want to hate on women all day. I ain't got time for that. That's been destroyed. We criticized them back in the day. They just rehashing shit. I mean, it's cool, but who cares at this point? They already got our talking points. That's why you got Pin G. A lot of people call it synthetic. I call it Pin G because Pin G's crazy. She's hilarious to me. I don't even take her serious what she be saying. She got these dudes worked up like Tyson said, oh, you called me a Dusty. All this other shit. And getting content off your ass. So you ain't talk about the big YouTubers that gonna come at you. Oblivion shut up when his former daddy TS talking ish on Fantastic and Bernard's panel. Yeah, Agent F, Mr. Fittinelli himself, aka Fantastic and Bernard's, man. Bernie. Them niggas is on hush mode right now. They being I already know what's going on with Agent F. They setting him straight for that anti jab thing. They slapping the shit out of him. The Navy ain't playing with that bullshit. He's dealing with that. Google's trying to pull him to the side. You better shut the fuck up. You in the military. We got your number, nigga. Yeah, they on their own. I mean, but tonight I'm gonna talk about something different about the politics of liberalism. I know everybody loves to talk about it, but it is a dog whistle. So we're gonna break it down to fragments, and then I'll ask the family. Yeah, some of it's bad. I don't believe in ideology myself. A little bit of it, just like a little bit. I'm more moderate. I'm more fair. I promise that with SKC. If you see the shit, go ahead. I'm gonna break it down to fragments. It's gonna be a conversation. We're gonna break it down. I'm gonna read off the tenets, and then I'm gonna do some research on it. I'm gonna do most of it later, and then I'm gonna see the question: does it help families and stuff, or is it what's the difference? You know, just lay it out. The part two, we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna have a discussion on the part two. And we're gonna say that is it really a dog whistle? I'm gonna probably say that in part two. I might find some more links on it, and then I'm gonna refer back to the stream that I did, what I said in the conversation, what we had. So we're gonna get to the meat of it because that's tonight. Now tomorrow night we'll talk a little bit about the situation. Then we're gonna talk about how is this gonna move forward, or this is a lesson for men to know you can't trust people. And then same with the women, we can tell them the same way if they want to ask questions. But Thursday is gonna be fun, and we'll try to warn people. So I saw Big J stream. He was talking about me. The tail end of it. I didn't see it coming, but you know. But yeah, shout out to Kane, man. He had a good stream. I mean, he had some brothers was building as usual, and then I was over there watching Go P building with Nameless. Those guys is awesome. But man, like I said, man, the excitement in the air. I can't wait for this winter. It's gonna be some good content on the way. But this is nothing. This is kind of mild today. It's 50-something degrees out here. But it was cold last night. So yeah, we up out of here. We're on the up and up on this knowledge, man. But tonight I will talk about liberalism as a whole, the ideology, get the meat of it. Adam Smith. I might bring some links, ask questions. Does it help families? I might have to research that to be fair, because I got to be fair. I can't just talk about conservatives all day because we know they fucked up. We got to talk about the liberals too. We got to be fair. But we're gonna be honest. If you like it, that's cool. I don't co-sign everything it says, but I don't think people really care for it anymore. It's mostly fascist to me. And Plutarchs. You know, we ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother topic. Plutarchs all day. That's what's fucking up the country, you know. The moderates is kind of pushing back. I don't think they care for neither side because it's a percentage. I might have to find a chart who's really both sides, and then there you are. There you have it. It's really one side if you get technical. But yeah, a lot of people need to know the history of liberalism. Quit using out of context on both parties. They're in both parties. Liberals just don't do shit. That's all. They just like to run their mouth like Trump. See, Trump, they think he was conservative. Really, he's a liberal. He's just racist with it. He's just open, and people love him. Somebody. Yeah, the helmet boys. Yeah, the trims. I'm talking about. I'm on their head tonight because they like to throw that word around. This is where Mike B comes in, and we're gonna break it down to fragments. We may disagree on a few things. It's, no, they're not cowards, but it's commonly used if you deal with philosophy. I don't care about other shit. It's irrelevant. That's not true. According to philosophy. Because I'm not gonna open up the panel yet. I'm gonna read the whole thing and then I'll have some more links, add the discussion, and just keep it simple. And I might have to write a note and say, does it really matter? That's my completion of it. And that's what you're gonna need. But what I saw from Jeronki, man, woo, guillotine season, man. I'm telling you. You gotta clean the house. You gotta clean the mess. I mean, shouts out to Kuda again because I need to see that stream with Melody interviewing Oblivion, man, aka Obsidian. I mean, that's some crazy shit. I don't even like the guy. I don't even want to wish death on him. Exactly. He was. He was Joe W. He was. And we gotta talk about that shit. Is it a problem or is just ideology people love so much? To me, it's more of a dog. I don't even care for liberalism like that. It's just been misused and its principles, and some people don't believe they are. Some of it a little bit, but not everybody's a true liberal like that. No, if you grew up in a liberal society, I do see that. I remember seeing that with my friends that grew up liberal like that, black or white. It's how they were raised. Conservatism's different. You couldn't do much. I mean, they moved in south, they did the work. You saw their hands. So it's pretty interesting how they mentioned everybody's liberal out overseas, but that can vary. That can vary. It's the history of it at first, and then we're going to break it down. Is it really matter in families? The pros and cons of it. I might have to add that in this live stream. And the other one, part two, same thing. Because the space ain't really liberal. I think the space is a little moderate, but you do have a lot of fake conservatives. But you do have some conservatives, and ain't that many, and some liberal. A lot of fakeness in the ideologies. A lot of people ain't really practicing on the street. And I'm not talking about online. I'm talking about offline. What you're doing. You got to show results. Like people like to say, show results in politics. I don't need to. I vote. I vote for my interests. I talk to certain people, and that's it. But outside of that, I don't share that. I don't want to put them on the spotlight like that. Most of them don't even want to be on YouTube and be on camera like that. That's people just like to flex. You know what happens to those people? They don't last long. You just fuck up their reputation. You end up like Ron Paul and them. You don't want to be in that situation. Because a lot of people just stupid nowadays. Yeah, excitement's in the air. I saw those streams, man. But yeah, yeah, Nadia, she about to go off. I already know she's a fucking clown. But she ain't by herself because she got that nigga spirit. She like the dudes. And the dudes act like the women here. It's sad. It's that cosign. I'm just, I wish her the best, I mean, Sheila, if you like that sector, I'm out of it. Don't ask us for help. We try to warn you, and that's cool. I ain't got no problem with her. It's just that person that you are cool with has problem with us since over the CUDA days and panels, and she likes to run her mouth. See, I already know she didn't like me. She didn't like me months ago when I started coming around. I could tell. Yeah, that's all she does is run her mouth. She ain't saying nothing because I don't even like the content like that. I try to like her. He said, Big J coming for now. What for? Oh, Big J? Oh, Big J. He was trying to warn me. He saw my stream. What's going on, Bunny? He saw my stream, and I think he did one against Sheila, and I was shocked. And I posted on the Discord with DeAndre. We was talking, messaging each other, and we just said, yeah, a bunch of babble. Yeah, a bunch of babble. Yeah, that's all she does. And I'm like, I think he watched my recent live streams. Knew he did. Because he mentioned me in the tail end. He said he know who he is, talking about me. I watched that shit. I mean, degenerate, he confuses a lot of y'all. But I'm just saying. He be listening. The other two niggas we weren't like Gino and Jerome, guillotine time. We gave him that information. They hard headed. I know y'all don't want to mess with y'all. This really, man. Shit. Niggas need to stop, man. Try to tell you, quit complaining about these damn females. Bad things gonna happen to you. Oh, coming for me. Oh no, he wasn't coming for me. He was just he mentioned me in a stream. It wasn't no coming for me. It was he watches my shit. He watches my shit. I saw that. I saw he did a stream on Sheila, right? But he heard what I said in my recent streams. So he be watching. I know who be watching. Even the trims be watching. But see, the trims can't do nothing to me because I got, I ain't gonna say I got Rasul and DeAndre. They just don't want to hit the panel. Yeah, yeah, man. He ain't coming for me. He understands what I'm saying. We gave him some sensitive information about what's going to happen in these channels and these spaces. It's going to be some rectifying over here. And yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, he ain't no hate over here. I ain't got no problem with him. If he asks me about it Thursday, yeah, he can be glad on the panel. We're going to talk about it. We're just going to be cool. We're going to keep it simple. And we're just going to be on fire with it. But I'm going to write it down, explain a little bit what happened, but as an example, what the future is going to be. Because when Johnny saw that candidate 2024, and I saw Pence, technically I was kind of right. I was thinking about that too. A lot of people gave me pushback last year about if Trump lost, about him being president in 2020. Even Mike V gave me pushback. Technically, I was right. I mean, he must have said something last night. I'm just saying. It's just like I said, man. Like I said, like it's a lot of things going on. So I'm not really surprised at the situation. But it's a lot of people be watching my stuff. So I know who's in the algorithm. I know who comes through. I'm not mad. That's just part of it. I mean, when you get that attention, you talk about serious stuff, people gonna watch your stuff. That's once I got in the algorithm, when I got struck with that community struck with that stream, I did someone fucked it up, and I tried to tell them just put it in the chat from now on. If you give me some information, just put it in the chat. But when it comes to links, just give me a link. Don't give me a video of someone else's that's in a corporation. Just put that in the chat. Don't put it in the private chat because I'm not gonna pull it up. Because they're on some bullshit right now. Because I already know how Google works. Once you're in the algorithm, they got you. Because they see you growing, they gotta get you. That means I'm back. I'm gonna tell you a secret. That means I'm back. The last time I had one was 9 years ago. Believe it or not, it was over a GMS video with Tahar and them. I got it off of Daily Motion. You know what they did? Struck that bitch. I tried to dispute it many times, twice. I ditched the video. That happened to me 9 years ago, but I didn't want to do it again. But I had to ditch the stream. That's why I did that redo on that Monday. That's the reason behind that. But I didn't like the stream no way. It was a bunch of nigga shit afterwards. The most important stream was in 4 hours. Old boy from Canada messed that up. So we already know what time it is. We already know what time it is. So I just got to be careful from now on. So I'm fighting through this shit. But I'll make it because I'm good. Because I ain't trying to do that. Because streams is kind of tricky. D's gonna be fine, but that panel shit, that's a whole nother beast. But we'll get there. We're gonna get it right. Because that we're gonna have to structure. Because a lot of streams is just like, man, they're gonna have to make some changes next year. But see, a lot of this politics too. So you got to understand who owns these streams and all that, YouTube and things like that nature. So, not worried, but you got to be mindful of what you're doing. So I'm back in the algorithm, man. Once I start doing content, the algorithm is just pulling me in certain directions. Depends on how you set your channel up. If you set a nonprofit, they're gonna leave you alone. See, educational is the tricky part. That's the tricky part. Because that's how they try to get at you. But educational stuff, they usually get by. You gotta be in context. There's other sites better than this, but eventually YouTube's trying to gobble it all up like Google. They want to, and it is what it is. Yeah. Sorry, must have hit something. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we're back in the algorithm. Back in the algorithm. So I think the algorithm is just done blessed us for the day. So, oh, it's 11. Okay, it's 11:28. Okay. I might end this real soon, but yeah, man. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, what I saw this morning, man, I'm just like, woo, Lakuda's, he's back on his channel. He said he didn't want to open up the panel. He wanted to go over there and see what was going on. And I didn't want to be over there. He trying to mention her name. I thought, you good. You good, bro. I gotta check this video out. I gotta catch up on the little drama what's going on with these boys, man. But last night, new, dropping the fucking knowledge. Look at it. Look at him. All you too, Bunny. But it's just like, new, he need to do more streams. I swear, new need to be doing it. I need to get an extra a laptop or Windows so I can join that Zoom. I got the app on Chrome, but I said, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Be static as hell. But I got the gear for that. If I get that laptop, I'll be all right. I ain't gonna mess with my other Windows. That's a personal one. That's old, but I might need a new one. If I get a studio or probably one. I'll see. Better yet, I may use it for something. But yeah, streaming is crazy, man. But one thing I learned about people on here, they bring a lot of problems on the internet. It's like a job. It's not like a job, but it's kind of like a job in a way. But I see it all the time. See it all the time. But that's what you get. I mean, as men, we should be a student in what we believe in. So, there's a lot of mess going on. But that's YouTube. I mean, I deal with this stuff all the time. Even my real, what they will say, real life, realistically, I see this all the time. That ain't nothing. It's a lot of people who's fucked up around here. But you gotta deal with it. Some people got families, they gotta deal with it. They gotta go back home and be about that. I ain't against families. I ain't against none. Because if I have a family, they gonna get away from this shit. I'll be like BMT. I'm not gonna let them listen to this shit unless they're structured and just act right. You know what I'm saying? There's etiquette on internet too. But back in the days, internet was the Wild West. They had to grow. They had to grow into etiquette. It took us time to get there. See, we're so far behind. But man, not even worry about etiquette anymore because that takes skill. Even if on a job. But see, the internet's not bit things like that. Yeah, with childish issues. Yeah, childish niggas with childish issues. Exactly. I stay away from that shit because I understand what the game is being played, but you can't get mad at the host for siding with that person. I'm not mad. That's just my little disagreement. I just had to fall back because I know the history of that person on the panel, but I understand if she likes to ride, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That goes for the men too. If you like to ride with that person, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm being smart. I'm being a smart YouTuber. Let me say, you can't only say this. I'm not a hater. I'm just going to be a contrarian to your content. Let's just say that. Yeah, you can call me contrarian, unsubscribe to you, because a lot of people call you a hater. No, no, no. A hater is just want to be hating for no reason. And the sad part, you could be contrarian and disagree with that person's channel. You don't even have to watch this shit. But if it's in your feed, you can click it off. I mean, it's that simple. You don't think about that person. I just treat you like everybody else, like these big YouTubers or any other content creator. But you got to be that way because on YouTube, what I've noticed, you can't get emotional to this shit. People's got their own agendas. They're like, look, I'm going here. You're going there. No, I'm not competing against you. I got my own little crowd. So shouts out to Cerulean's nephew, Black. His family listens to me. His daughters listen to me. Even that little son that he got. Shouts out to him. And yeah, You listen to my content. So I got people listening outside of this shit. So that's it brings joy me doing more content like this. So you can't be an asshole all the time because people watching. You know, it's like you're on television, but you're on media. So you got to understand what you're dealing with. So yeah, there's people watching you, not just YouTube. It's just people watching. So you got to act a certain way, man. The street level is different. You know, you can be a gorilla where you want, but you got to act different. But I don't think you have to act different in the way, you know, just have the same character, but don't act crazy. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna rephrase that. Don't act crazy to the point you lose your mind on the internet. Just don't do that. But that's something you got to control outside and then have a calmer mind on the internet because the internet's designed to you to act cool, not just crazy. You'll have your moments, but you can't be belligerent, can't be drunk, can't get high and that crazy. That's one thing I learned about these live streams. You really go crazy and you meant to say the wrong shit and there you are. You're on the ground somewhere and then you're gone. What's going on, Mace? Appreciate you, bro. Keep up the great work. Kuda will be back in no time. Just be patient. He'll be all right. Just let's please give him the 500. Shouts out to the boy, man. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with contrarian. Exactly. Just when you unsubscribe, you don't like a person. That hey, just keep it pushing. It's no hate. I'm not gonna argue on panels. I don't do that. Not in comments. I used to when I was younger, but once I got older, I realized it's stupid. That's that feminine. You can't have that feminine energy. It's not masculine. It's just little mistakes. Yeah, keep it moving. Just stay calm and brush your shoulders, and you be all right. It's okay. We all fall down. That's part of life. It's part of life, man. He said, edumatainment. He said, but the enemy of your enemy. Oh, not a problem, Mace. Okay, the enemy of your enemy is your enemy and not mine. I go where I please. If I feel like the content, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here for the content industry. Okay, that's a fair point, and I ain't got no problem with that. See that right there. You know what? Comment right there. I don't know if I can highlight it, but I'm gonna do a stream called Independent Thinkers again. I might have to do. It may be a Monday stream. Might have to make it a Monday stream because that I got to bring that series back. That's the problem. Um, I did a stream on that. I think twice on it. I'm gonna do a part 3 on that. And the reason I'm gonna bring it back is a lot of people don't think for themselves. That's the fucking problem. And that should be a great discussion because I feel like I hate when people try to tell you what to do in these spaces. That's like they want to dictate your mindset, but you're responsible for your actions. End of the day, I can't control what you do. I got to stand on my channel and clean it up. But I get what you're saying, Joe, because that needs to be discussed. I might have to write some of that down. What you just said right there, yeah, that's my problem. And I deal with it. I don't let y'all in on why I have that person, but I don't think she's an enemy. I think she's just misled, you know? It ain't got no issues. I just keep it pushing. I don't want to mention her negatively because I ain't trying to bring that to the channel. I say, you know what I do? Just don't go over there and harass. Just leave it be. Sometimes you gotta. It's like give them a rope, but I ain't saying kill them, but just fall back. Just let her live a life. It's no need. YouTube is not that serious, man. What I saw what old boy did with Oblivion, man, I shook my head like. Even I only like the guy, but I hate the fact that people wish death on people. That right there I don't like. That shit's too far. That's when you. That's when people about to You can't be saying that shit, man. But people say what they want. They're crazy. That he's got his peoples. You can't just be saying shit to be saying. You gotta stand on that shit, man. When they roll up on you, I'm not saying he won't, but some niggas will defend him. Yeah, got to. Yep. Like I handled that on my stream. I didn't yell or curse at this person when she came up. Of course, you didn't have to. She just wanted attention, and that's okay. And that goes for dudes too. They act like that too. But what we're teaching people is you got to stand on your merit. You can't cry about shit like say, "Oh, he done robbed me and shit." No, no, you set the situation up. It's like someone run your pockets. You know, if you dealt with that person, you do some evil things. You got to stand on it. Sometimes it's your fault. You got to do the history. See, I take accountability over here. We take accountability over here, online, offline. It's your actions. It's what you do. Is what matters. Now, certain individuals like to talk that over Wackers, but we ain't gonna mention his name. Well, actually, I already mentioned his name, but this dude, he's funny as shit. But I'm gonna let him live. I'm gonna let him live because he's another one. These dudes, man. Mm, mm, mm. They're gonna see. They're gonna see this month, next month. But I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut because I feel like looking at them sideways, man. I'm like, y'all proving my point, man. But see, that's the internet. That's Black YouTube, and I study Black YouTube. This is what they do. This is their mindset, and I learned not to let it get the best of me. He said, "Death is a bridge too far. Be careful speaking that rhetoric in a public forum." Facts. I agree, Joe, and that's what old boy said. I'll tell you what it said. Okay, Joe W. If you watch that stream, that 101 with Obsidian with Melody, when he came on, when I saw that over at Cooters, I scratched my head like I don't even wish that on that dude, man. I don't even like dude like that. But when he said that, oh yeah, oh yeah, he's making the stream about him right now. But see, this is what we do. It's what niggas do, man. And this is why we can't go nowhere spiritual. We can't go nowhere. It's ingrained. It's ingrained. Oh, you talking about underrated? Yeah, yeah, I saw that. I told you about that there. Well, you know how that happens. But it's just it's just like I said, Joe W's right. Yeah, you don't say that on a public platform, but Joe, they be saying that for like months and months. Everything's recorded, man. I ain't trying to threaten nobody on here. If in person, you better you better stand on it. Like I said, I've seen what happened to Tommy. He kept saying black bitches this, black bitches that, and what happened? They popped him in his head, man. Yeah, they could have killed that man. I told you. I wish people would just leave trolls alone. People just, certain people alone. You don't know these people, man. Like I said, I'll tell you a story about Cerulean. A lot of you think he's in his little office, cussing and screaming at everybody. No, no, no. He's got niggas in Cleveland listening to speakers, speakers, speakers and shit. That's what he told me. Them niggas will run up on him with dreads and shit. Oh man. Mm. See, this is why you gotta be careful on panels and screaming and yelling and shit. Don't be threatening people on like that. They try to threaten him multiple times. He got stories. If you want to talk to him offline on panel, whatever, you can chop it up. That nigga's not. He's not playing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better leave that nigga alone. He just let niggas live, man. He just let dudes live, man. Just chill. It ain't even that serious, man. Niggas get emotional. He said, "Remember everything you said on his on Wax for Life." Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I stand on it. That can happen. I'm well aware, Joe. I was well aware when this channel was created. I've been on the chopper block by the government. They tried, and I still stand tall. I just wait to what they do. I step out. I ain't a shit starter, but I let it. I stand on it. They're not coming near me. But the thing is, I stay away from individuals. What what I've learned about the Hebrew Israelite groups that stabbed me in the back? One of them stabbed me in the back, Joe. I had to cut them niggas off, man. That same year, it was hard. Find out he was an agent. Cut that motherfucker off, man. That's why I had to do different types of content. It was tough. And this is like when I was like 23, 24. Yeah. I was on that type of time, man. See, internet back then was rough. This is when it's transitioning into the smartphone thing. That's when things went left. But yeah, everything's on wax. I'm just saying. I don't be threatening people online like that. When I heard when Serene told me about his peoples, when they threatened him in his days, I wouldn't say Black Order, but any of them, days of the Manosphere, niggas try to try him. You don't do that. He's no, yeah, he's military, but he's got protection. You know, he's got niggas that stand up for him. He's helping the youth. He's already did the work. Now he's got his nephew doing the work for him. So yeah, I know who's listening to my shit. So I'm careful always. I told Sarah I'm careful on here. You know, I don't mess with a lot of niggas on here. They don't like my ass no way. But I'm not gonna threaten somebody like Obsidian or somebody like, you know, the one I dislike. I dislike him online. But in real life, I don't care for the guy. No. But if we hash it out someday, what's cool? We may, you know, as men, if we get older, yeah, we can hash it out. I could be cordial. That nigga wasn't cordial. I saw what he did over Melly's pound. I didn't like that. And Melly kicked his ass up. I don't know, she kicked him off or whatever, and she did the right thing. She gotta be careful, man. Woo! Oh boy. I know people don't like Oblivion, but god damn. When he was sick with the virus and try to say, I wish that guy died. Y'all should hear that shit, man. That's crazy. But that you thought that was disrespectful. That on live like that, that's very disrespectful. So yeah, he's making a stream about his behind. You're gonna hear about Bernie Povich's little weak stream about it. Y'all, where was y'all when he said that? Ain't nobody scared of Dronky. Dronky's gonna be scared of them women. They gonna throw him in that fire, man. Yeah, it goes out at night. Yeah, man. Hey, let me tell you something, Joe. I don't mess with night streams, people's night streams. I learned a lesson. I'm tell you a secret. I learned a lesson last year. Last year, I supported people thought they were, you know, brothers or whatever. I learned a lesson. I didn't know who I was talking, participate they little bullshit. You know, when the politics got involved, we got divided. But that's a whole nother subject matter. I'll speak on it on a different stream or whatever. But anyways, been situations like that. Night streams is crazy. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Until you finally meet the person I have no problems with and I look at his content, he's all right. Well, I'm taking this man for? He ain't threatening me. Oh, you made a premiere about it. Okay, I might have to. Well, I don't watch his premieres, no way. But you know, but someone send it to me in Discord, whatever. You know, I'll pay attention to it. But God, man, that was awful shit. But yeah, I'm not even mad anymore because that's what they do. I had to learn about live stream. I had to learn about being a panelist. Them night streams is hell. I can't be sitting hours like that because when I was in the pandemic times, I learned a lot about these dudes. Once I got away from that, they opened it up, the next year I was trying to come back and do content. It wasn't easy. I had to do content again, pre-records on the phone. But the live stream was new. So I got back into the algorithm. And it's just what it is, man. Live streams is no joke. I mean, that's how you get your views, that you get your follows or whatever. You just gotta talk about something and that's it. Have a subject matter. But I just don't see people lasting that long. So anyways, no, it's not. He's been doing this shit for years. Yeah, he's a crybaby clown. But hey, we don't co-sign that over here. The civilians, we don't co-sign. We guillotine season. We don't play that shit. We stand on what we stand on over here. If I die by some poison, you already know who. But I ain't saying that right now. I ain't gonna die by no poison. You know, Most High is blessing me right now. As long as I do good and not treat people like assholes online and offline, I'm good. I'm just working in my spirit. Everybody's not perfect. We'll come back around. If they want to be cordial on my channel, that's cool. You can have the conversation. I just not with that person that crazy be destroying panels and shit. No, she ain't welcome over here. So I already know. I already know. I can't. I remember what Jay Sean said. The disrespect of black men. We just can't have that. It's bad enough I get it everywhere else, but nah, not on this channel. And if she wants to be cordial, that's cool. But I'm not gonna argue with her all day. It's not gonna do that. So that's gonna be, if Kuda ass, whatever. I'm not gonna try. But if it don't work, I'm not wasting my energy on it. I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm on that time. I'm trying to help the ones that need help and the youth. You know what Black said, nephew of Cerulean, shout him out once again. I don't do this type of content because I need to teach the younger people just be careful on YouTube, and then I got to bring that stream about being an independent thinker. Think for yourself. Don't be a yes man. It's got too many yes men in these spaces. That's why I look at BGS's crew. It's not good. Now his day ones, I ain't got no issue. It's the younger ones. They don't think for themselves in the chat. You got to look at everybody how they think. So, we're signing off. I want to shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all coming by. Joe W, Degenerate, Mace, DS1, She Stay Sleep TV. Y'all check him out later. Subscribe to the brother. Bayou B. Who else came through? Sean, Captain of the Villain Spear. Hail to the Gray Skull. Third War Colombian. Pastor Falls, aka Irv Gotti. Who else came through? I'm about to close this out. I got to stream late. Nadia, appreciate you coming through. Sincerely yours, Nadia A. Who else came through? That's about it. That's about it. It's a nice crowd. And so with that, I want to say shalom and peace.